Hi everyone, I'm here with you as always, your Eugene from Pynest. Everyone is trumpeting microservices, and yes, they're really cool. We even told you about them in this video. But let's be honest, when it comes to smaller projects, a monolith may be a better choice. Here are a couple of cool situations where the monolith just shines. Startups and small businesses. A monolithic architecture speeds up the development and deployment of a product when you are just starting out and have limited resources. It's important to get to market quickly rather than waste time setting up microservices. This will allow you to enter the market faster and find your first customers. Whether you have a small website, blog, or online store, a monolithic architecture provides everything you need without unnecessary complexity. Everything fits on one server, and only one team of several developers is enough to write it. Internal tools. For internal systems such as CRM or task management systems, a monolith allows you to quickly and efficiently develop the right tools. An example would be managing your users' contacts, viewing their cards, or tracking internal statistics, prototyping, and MVP. When you're testing your idea, speed is important. A monolith allows you to quickly make changes and test them without complicating the structure. You just add a new service to one codebase and that's it. You don't have to think about how to link different parts of the app located in different locations. Everything is here, in one place. But pointless coding quickly turns any monolith into a swamp. And here are a few reasons. Once your monolith grows, it becomes like a huge ball of thread that can no longer be unrevealed. Everything is intertwined, and even small changes can lead to complete chaos. Difficulties with deployments. Imagine that every time you want to change one part, you have to repaint the entire house. Inconvenient, right? A monolith, like a huge truck, heavy and clumsy. You'd like to have a sport car that can be accelerated quickly. In a team working on a monolith, everything is like in the kitchen during the holidays. Everyone runs around and interferes with each other. Not very productive. Business logic and presentation logic in monolith are mixed like ingredients in a blender. The output is something as unappetizing as possible. How can we avoid this? There is such a cool thing: multi-layered architecture. Imagine that you have a gigantic, powerful organism made up of many layers. Each layer is responsible for a different task, but all of them work together to create a harmonious system. Why is multi-layer architecture so beneficial? Sharing worries. In a multi-layered architecture, each tool is for different tasks and all work together like clockwork. Easy to test. Test each layer separately. How to test each piece of the puzzle before putting the whole picture together. Simple and straightforward. Increase scalability. With a multi-layer architecture, adding new features is like adding new parts to a Lego brick. Easy and painless. Flexible and reusable. The logic of each layer can be used anywhere in the application. Where you need it, of course. Easy to maintain. Split layers make it easier to find and fix errors. Teamwork sharing. Each team works on its own layer and doesn't interfere with others. So, what layers of our architecture can we identify? Presentation layer. This is all that the user sees. Interfaces, buttons, molds, all the beauty and convenience on the screen. Business layer. The brain of the system. This is where all the calculations, checks, and logic that make your app smart and functional happen. Data layer. Our database is where all information about users, products, and orders is stored. It's like a library, only for your app. Sounds kind of boring. Yes, I know. Let's look at an example. Imagine if we were going to build an awesome store selling game consoles and create architecture that would work like clockwork. What an architectural masterpiece. To successfully build a monolithic architecture, start with a clear plan. Clearly define what the app should include, develop in small iterations, and focus on code quality. Encapsulate the logic in modules to keep the code clean and easy to maintain. Automate testing and deployment for fast delivery. And, of course, follow the solid principles for architectural sustainability. Now, Let's imagine that this monolith is made up of many layers, each with its own distinct role. We have a presentation layer that is responsible for making our site look amazing on all devices, from smartphones to giant TVs in the living room. The business layer at the heart of the store. Everything happens here, adding product to the cart, processing orders, and, of course, flawless work with payment. Don't forget about data layer. It stores all our products, orders, and customer information. This is our virtual warehouse, where customers come for their favorite consoles. And so, when they have all these layers, we need to combine them so that they work harmoniously. It's like an orchestra where each instrument plays its own part, but together they create an amazing symphony. Our monolithic multi-layer architecture will work in exactly the same way, ensuring a smooth and error-free process for all users. But what's video without life hacks? To make our store not just good but great, we will add a little optimization and scaling here. It's like adding filters and effects to our photos to make them even better. And here it is, our monolithic store is ready to launch. Customers will be delighted with the convenience and speed, and we can be proud that we have created such a cool project. What do you think? Are you ready to try to implement it in reality? Let's say, cancel store. Okay, you're ready? Let's go through all the main features of our super duper console store and make it as cool as possible. Get ready, we're going to dive into the world of code and design. Let's start with payment systems. Presentation layer. This is our custom part where the customer chooses a payment method and enters data. This can be implemented using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create a user-friendly interface. Business layer. This is where we process data, check the validity of information, and integrate with payment gateways like Stripe or PayPal. Data layer. This is where all transaction data is stored. This can be a database such as SQL Server or MongoDB, where all successful and unsuccessful payment attempts are recorded. Now we will talk about cart. Presentation layer. The cart is displayed on the site and allows the user to add and remove products. View the total amount and discounts. All this can be done in JavaScript using frameworks like React or Vue.js. Business layer. Here we control the logic of adding and removing products, calculating the total costs and applying discounts. Data layer. Data about the items in the cart is temporarily stored in database or cache. To do this, you can use Redis or other cache services for quick access. The next is product list. View layer. A product catalog page where users can filter and sort products. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript can help you to create an intuitive interface. Business layer. Here we manage the filtering and storing logic, load product data from the database and transfer it to the client side. Data layer. A database where all product, their descriptions, prices, and images are stored. This can be SQL Server, MySQL, or any other relational DBMS. Discounts. Presentation layer. Displays current discount and promotion on the site. You can use the same technologies as for the product list. Business layer. Here we manage the logic of applying discounts, check the conditions of their validity, and update information about current promotions. Data layer. A database that stores information about discounts and promotions, their terms and conditions, and expiration dates. The last things to mention are registration and personal account. Presentation layer, registration form, and the user's personal account, where he can manage his data and orders. Business layer. Here the user data is processed, its validity is checked, authentication and authorization are carried out. This layer is also responsible for the security of the user data. Data layer. A database that contains information about users, their orders and settings. You can use relational databases such as SQL Server or MySQL to do this. That's the multi-layered approach to creating our awesome console store. This not only ensures the reliability and scalability of the system, but it also makes it easy to maintain and expand as needed. So, a monolithic multi-layer architecture is a powerful and user-friendly tool that is ideal for small projects and startups. It's easy of development, deployment, and support to make it a great choice. Quick start and easy to operate. All components in one place, nothing superfluous. Ideal for MVP and prototyping. Easy to make changes and quick results. Monolith is like your reliable old friend, who is always at hand and ready to help. Don't be afraid to use it, especially when you need something quickly and efficiently. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time and new interesting topics. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out new videos.